Welcome back, fellow dragons. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vermisham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Why, Bork? Why are you borking at me? Oh, I have to press a button. Let me deal with her first. She sounds like she might have to go potty. Or maybe she's hungry. Either way, gotta take care of the fluffy butt. Can't believe I had to take an intermission 1 minute and 17 seconds into the recording. Oh. Okay, it wasn't even 17 seconds yet. Oh, wow. Thought I could have sworn I saw 7. Whatever. It's fine. The dog has been fed and gone potty and tried to chase a critter. Getting her back in the house was hard because there's this piece of wood that's just been propped up inside the back fence after having gotten the roof replaced in, I want to say, 2019? There was severe roof damage. It had to be done back when I could afford things to fix things that broke. I can no longer afford to fix anything that breaks. Because fixing things, even if I did it myself, will require money. It's fine. By the time this uploads, I'm sure I'll have found a new job. But yeah, there's this board from way back then that's been propped up against the fence. And I guess there was a critter hiding underneath that. And she wanted it. She did not get it. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna need to move that board. In fact, I could probably... I'll wait till it's bright out so that... I'll need to be careful if I remove it. I could probably use that board to just slowly kill off patches of grass by moving it about and having it lay flat. Or like specific weeds in places where I don't want them. Like the poison ivy patch that is growing randomly in the middle of the yard for no reason. Usually that prefers shady spots. Weird. I guess it gets enough shade during the day that it's chill. Why that spot? No idea. It's either that or pouring hot oil on it. And I'd rather save that for fire ant mounds. Let's get Phoenix's judgmental face off the screen. Something inside me. Rising, surfacing. I'm assuming this is Apollo. Oh. Ow. Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. Now there is one problem with this case. a certain one of the jurors that Phoenix picked. But that's later. I will complain about them when we get there. Alright, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Measham. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Do we have everything? Yeah, oh, we do. Prosecution is ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant, Vera Measham's condition? Acute atroquinine poisoning according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today. What? They can't put her on trial without her being here. It is unusual. They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them. That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. Trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right, if Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not gonna let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well, your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Measham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. But Vera was poisoned with atroquinine, the exact same poison that took her father's life. Apollo, you are not making your case better. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Measham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court giving her testimony before us. How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mystery killer was. You're not gonna like that answer, Klavier. What's your age difference? Eight years. Wow. That's a... Prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Measham was poisoned. Got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? How? How did the killer poison Vera Measham? I will first focus on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I see, so the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Measham? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Measham? Nail polish. I don't remember how I came to this conclusion the first time I played the game, but I remember this answer from the first time. And all of the nail biting and seeing the bottle again reminded me of the trauma of having to figure out how the fuck she got poisoned. What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ah. Something the matter? No, nothing at all. So the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see, so she's been painting them all this time. Judge, you are so dumb. How do you have this job? Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Ah! Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice? Yes? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Measham? Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this, Klavier? No? Just checking. Mr. Justice, are you about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish? Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Here, let me show you. Understood, Your Honor. No problem, I know what I'm doing this time. Then let us ask, who poisoned Vera Measham via her nail polish? What's this? Christoph Gavin! What's your game? My bro, there's no way you could do a thing like that. You should know that better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves, when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday, it could have been a month ago, maybe it was a year ago, or perhaps it was 7 years ago. But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. What the fuck has my brother done? That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there's a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. Darkness that has swallowed even myself. Okay, the defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. His cell should not have been that nice anyway. Ah, Your Honor, how nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Ugh, why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss? Stiff upper lip, Apollo, you can do it. Does this bottle look familiar? Ardoni nail polish? Why yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet. And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit I respected her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Measham was poisoned. Atroquinine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin? Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Klavier? You motherfucker, you did, didn't you? What the fuck? How am I related to you? Maybe you can explain this. You're being accused again. By him. Again. Ah, and you agree with his accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of poisoning the defendant, Vera Measham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Meashams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss, but I know he poisoned the Meashams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention, why. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. Pressing everything. I don't remember anything past this point. The thing I remember sent me into such a spiral that I forgot everything between that nail polish bad and what the fuck is she doing there? You'll see. I've spoiled enough. Tell me, is this nail polish expensive? Ariadone is a nail polish of the highest order. Not only is it fabulously expensive, but it's made in extremely limited quantities. And you and Vera just happen to both use it? That can't be a coincidence. I'm guessing it's not a coincidence, huh? It's simple. Ariadone is the best nail polish one can buy, correct? If one wanted the best nail polish, one would buy it. That makes sense. Why, it's a bit like my feelings towards my brand name gavel here. Am I a top hat? Are we all done showing off our refined tastes? Please continue with your tasteful testimony. I've been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Can't you still make contact with the outside world in solitary? Ah, so he had an accomplice on the outside. Is that your latest accusation? I'm allowed a certain modicum of letter writing. But the contents of those letters are closely checked. It would be extremely difficult to send a hit request. Prosecutor Gavin's on the warpath, isn't he? Yeah, you think so too, Trucy? I bet I know why. He must be nervous with his big brother watching. Huh. Maybe that's a weakness I can turn to my advantage. Are we cool with that? May I continue? Her father died of the same poisoning, the meaning of which should be clear. The defendant is not dead yet. There are no known cases of someone surviving atroquinine poisoning. You seem to know a lot about atroquinine. I know a lot about a lot of things. Which is why I suggest we pick up the pace. Or else you'll be short one defendant for what she's worth. The witness will refrain speaking ill of the ill. My apologies. Shall I continue? The prosecution's case. Vera had no reason to want to commit suicide. And also, who would want to commit suicide by doing their nails? The answer is quite simple, basically. Allow me to explain, beginning with, why did she do it? The answer is quite simple. She couldn't live with her own guilt. Next, why did she use nail polish to poison herself? This too is simple. So she could die doing something that she liked. Something that she liked? Once she saw the trial wasn't going her way, she knew she would die. And it's not easy to bring poison into a courtroom. Must I explain further? I believe that's that's clear enough? Crystal clear. Wow, the two brothers together, it's like a two-man wrecking team. They could use a little more teamwork, though. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Both Vera and Mr. Masham were poisoned with atroquinine. That really can't be a coincidence. The defense is repeating fallacious statements based on conjecture. Prosecution requests concrete, unambiguous proof of the witness's crime. Objection sustained. The defense will please present concrete proof. Does he seem... Prosecutor Gavin's acting strange to you? Does he seem strange? It's like he's all grown up. I think that's how prosecutors are supposed to be, actually. Though he's acting differently than usual. I'll bet it has a lot to do with his brother Kristoff being in the room. Well, let's make this testimony count. Alright, quick and painless. My bracelet should do the trick. Okay, questioning my ex-boss. His testimony seems watertight, but he's lying. I'm sure I'll be able to see something as long as I focus. Okay, I'm looking. Okay. Okay. Don't try to use the glare on your glasses. That's something. Oop, here again. Oh! That was cool. Oh, and it looks like a skull face. That is cool. That scar making it look like a skull. And you can only see the scar close up. It was you who killed Drew Misham. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Ah. They must be very talented indeed. See, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell in the central prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way all the same. And I found it too. This is how you poison Mr. Misham. Stamp. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. Love that face. Love that angry face. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes. This stamp was found in your prison cell. Ugh! That is all, Your Honor. Order, order, order. Put poison on the back of that stamp? After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy. That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall the witness Spark Burchell's testimony. Well, that's the thing, see? He put the letter in that envelope. Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Klavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. Motherfucker. Huh? You... Ugh. Bitch, I've known you've been a bad egg ever since you kept framing me for breaking that lamp when we were kids. What the fuck, man? He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well, seems the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place? I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Klavier. Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph. I know you. I know you, I know when you bluff. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Hair forehead? What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Mr. Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right, which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case that Drew Misham simply died by that stamp. That's all. Coincidence. Kristoff, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, I don't know what is. And I've watched you use that trick on Mom so many times when I was 5. What are you up to, Klavier? It was just a lamp. Are you still bitter over this? You were grounded for 5 minutes. Not even a full day. I'm adding fake shit to their backstory because it's funny. Because why wouldn't the evil older brother frame his younger sibling for breaking something? The signs have to be there. I could ask you the same question, Kristoff. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well, I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter? Apollo, motive, he's talking about a motive. Indeed. It is hard to see how an attorney could want to come to kill a painter. Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose. So, what does it mean? It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder? This is vital, if not the most vital this is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice? I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Kristoff Gavin have for killing Drew Misham? Kristoff Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. Page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Grimare's diary? Ah, when Attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven. The defensive attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright. Who other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it? And why would they? Just out of curiosity. Do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew Masham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old. The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery. To keep them from talking? But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Hair, forehead? Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding 2 statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Masham was none other than Phoenix Wright. Sorry, but that's not how this is going to go down. Oh, then how will it go down? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began. Oh boy, here. What's this? I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with spiky hair. And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yes, very well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards, and that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Now, here's a question. Just who was Shadi Enigmar's previous defense attorney? No, this can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney, with a badge on his collar. It was you, Christoph Gavin. Order, order, order? What is the meaning of this? Witness, defendant or former lawyer? Let me begin by denying this. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly do you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield. Hair, forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy. Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Klavier. Just prove it. Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this fucking case. I don't want to be anywhere near that thing on the witness stand anymore. I'm having flashbacks to when I found a dead cat in our room. You must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. There's proof's the only way I can. What proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Measham? Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Measham 7 years ago? Prove it. It can be proven. Address on here. Name I've never heard of. At least I think so. It's too blurry to read. Let me open it. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then... I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well, but if you're wrong about this, prepared for a penalty. Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his passion? I haven't given a penalty like that since Manfred von Karma. Well, Mr. Justice, fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Measham. And I have something that clearly does the job. Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Measham. This evidence proves there's a link.
Objection.
That scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't. Hey! That's Daddy's handwriting. Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this? Ah, I see now. Yes, of course. What do you mean, of course? I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright. When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail, which is a crime. Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has been yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it is a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting is terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction? When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. What? He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Ugh. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied. What? Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point. Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him. Very well, this ends the special witness's cross-examination. Sup, Klavier? What you got to say? Show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin? Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. It is also making me realize some things about our childhood that I should not have ignored, and that our parents are even worse than me for ignoring. And I'm tired of this whole youthful angst scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Klavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine? Or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor. Your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Klavier. Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin. Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you. You amuse me, Hair Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Hair Right? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? By your request, we put the current cross-examination on hold. Prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you call in Drew Misham. It was almost as if... Almost as if what? Funny, it didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Ah! Correct! I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Klavier. I knew because you told me, Christoph. What? It was the night before the trial. Klavier? Christoph, odd seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before a trial. Ah, I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. Okay, so first off, they should not have been allowed to face off in any trial. The defense and prosecution being, siblings? conflict of interest. Not allowed. Should not. I mean, even in the... to be fair, though, this fictional justice system is canonically fucked up. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who will be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen. I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it at the time. How did Kristoff know so much? Prosecutor Gavin? Kristoff, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case. The victim's belongings, which would have included Magnifie's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin? My, Klavier, you disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me, what was going on behind that trial? Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing. Apollo, I think we're finally going to shine light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Romare. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion. Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Kristoff Gavin. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse for a man. He deserved to die for that error alone. Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is... These 2 men shammed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Romare both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Measham to forge that evidence, so you could win. But then you were dismissed as Zach Romare's attorney. You used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Ha! Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly. You're mad, Christoph. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Klavier? Tell me, how did that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. Ah, I get it. So, Christoph, you have been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. So you watched everyone involved in the case. So you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Grimari got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a minute. Zach Grimari was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years? Finally. I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Grimari gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father. Shadi and Igmar. What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him. Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Christoph Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shadi Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant. Tragic. The details don't really matter right now, but those are wrong. What matters is that traveler was Zach Grimari. What is it, Apollo? Huh? Keep going. We'll talk about it later. Did she already know? Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnifique Grimari's death started it. Magnifique Grimari's death and his student Zach Grimari the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Christoph Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. Drew Misham. Actually, it was his daughter, Vera, who really did the work. You took precautions when you had the forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atroquinine. Applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Ariadone nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery. When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. A tendency to bite her nails. Ah, that nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift? She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? She ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then they went off almost simultaneously. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Klavier, surely you understand. We're back to the evidence. The lacking evidence. Nothing proves the link between him and the atroquinine that took Drew Measham's life. What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Grimara to keep him from talking. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shadi Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Measham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. It is defendant Vera Measham who's on trial here. No, but you were doing so well, Apollo. As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Measham innocent. Your Honor, Phoenix Wright has spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Measham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me, I know that much. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. What? Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. I believe this discussion has reached its conclusion. Your Honor, Mr. Justice, you have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Klavier? Unfortunately, yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right until now. Oh, right, we forgot. What? Did the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. That's right. I'd totally forgotten. The jurist system. Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers. Oh man, you are not helping yourself here. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense. There is only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say! They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright? So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right. Right. I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Law. The law is everything. Law is absolute. You let ignorant swine soil your courts. You see, that logic is how we, in America, ended up with the very broken electoral college system. I know you're a fictional character, but fuck you, Christoph Gavin. Christoph, it's over. Klavier. The law is absolute? You can't be serious. What? Odd, I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to a gleam through its trials and errors. This is the fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. It is always changing, growing, nurturing. It is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore. And with you behind bars, no hamster will need to die again. What the fuck? Prosecutor Gavin? Except for old age. Old age is the thing. Old age is fine. I couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday I'll know what law is. And I'll fight to change it if I have to. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Measham, accused of murdering her father. The painter Drew Measham, however. Several other incidents were reviewed, and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurists of the court, for the death of Drew Measham, how do you find the defendant, Vera Measham, innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. We're gonna do both options. I saved for a reason. October 9th, Juris Chamber. This ends the trial for this case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Measham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Measham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she is innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait. Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist's handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of this case. With the development of the case, I see. Does that answer your concern? We're jurist number 6, by the way. It's time for your verdicts. Make your decisions in the case against Vera Measham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. Oh look, it's Lemure again. So this is the good. We have good ending and we have bad ending. Let's see the bad ending first. Oh. Yep. She was not paying attention, and so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system, a hung jury. The final verdict would have to wait for the following day. But fate had different plans. That night, the defendant Vera Measham's condition worsened. She died in her hospital bed. Her verdict was postponed for eternity. Bad end! And apparently achievement. Load. Okay. Load the save we made. Okay. Oh. It's not acknowledging that I saw this already because I rolled it back. This isn't a clear data file, I guess. Yep. Come on. Yeah, Phoenix, we don't have all day. Talk faster. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's go. Yep, now, Now we're gonna... Phoenix knows what he's fucking doing when he fucking picked her. There's something in the jurist handbook here. Persons involved in the case may not be jurists. That is correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the developments of the case. Yeah, except one of them was a... Yeah, except, jurist number 6 was involved with the creation of the fucking defense attorney. The development of the case, I see. Does that answer your concern? No, it really doesn't. Well then, shut up. Shut up, what people don't know won't kill them. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well, and don't give us the bad ending a second time. I know you're redoing this because you wanted to see both ends. Uh-huh. Beep. Boop. And so a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. First verdict under the jurist system. Innocent by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. The morning after the trial, in an intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. Why this hospital always? Poor girl. She's very lucky.
Because it's the closest hospital.
I think canonically it's the cheapest hospital.
That tracks too.
Vera, I'm so glad. Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and I'm proud you did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera, Hey now, don't you start crying too. Sorry we had to see you like... You had to see us like this. Vera? Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails. No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside that, like that, clinging to my good luck charm. Vera, when I opened my eyes, I saw you and I finally understood. It's important to be part of the world. To see things with your own eyes. It looks like that poison had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life. I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future. I won't forget it. Here, let me thank you. No, really, it's okay. Oh, look, it's me! I love it, thanks! Is that supposed to be me? She really captured your essence, Apollo! Well, I think so, at least. Just the hair. That reminds me. Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer? Oh, you mean Daddy? He's not a lawyer anymore. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier. Really? It looks more like he left them from the last time he was here. You mean the stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all? You know, I knew my real daddy was alive. Huh? I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom. You did what? How? I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away. We may not meet again for some time, Trucy. But know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Grimare, after all. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he? It's okay, Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano. That he can't. Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes. Phoenix accidentally adopting 2 kids, even though one of them's an adult. The man just keeps adopting apprentices. And also a magician. We are not immediately moving on to Dual Destinies. There's going to be a bit of a break in the visual novel schedule. Just for a bit. But then I will come back and do Dual Destinies later. And then eventually, same thing, Spirit of Justice will happen too. And then I will complain about the... I will either complain about the inconsistency in a certain backstory, or I will realize that it's not, the gaps aren't as bad as they seemed. Cause seeing part of this makes me feel like, okay, maybe there's some gap. It all depends. I'm trying to remember who was what. Glad I made your list. Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know Apollo? I think he said he had to meet someone? I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy? I mean, the yaoi fangirls would be so disappointed if that were the case. Oh, Trucy? Yes, Vera? I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Sir Hat, was it? Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat. Objection! Not loud enough. Not loud enough. And I like the Miss Magic underwear better anyway. That's magic panties, Apollo. I will not say the word. I will not say that word, and you can't make me. So, your memories returned? Mr. Wright, was this all part of your plan, too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamior. But you knew my true identity, did you not? That is why you chose me as one of your jurists? You're thinking into it too much. Besides, there was no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course, it is a happy thing. For so long, I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think is thanks to you. Are you going to tell them? They do not know? Nope. They don't know their mother? They don't even know that they're siblings. I'm not telling them this game. Or the next one. Or the one after that. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, Don't worry, I'll take care of them for you. They're very important to me too. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least. Because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Your bracelet. Yes? I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years. But your bracelets were the strangest of all.
Says the man with a magic stone that lets him see when people are lying.
I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christophe Gavin's office. And then I met you. 2 fates destined to intertwine, and I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that. Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. "10 years ago, during the simple rehearsal. It was a miracle no one died, but I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory has returned. I am myself once more. For the first time, I'm going to be alive, Mr. Wright." Speaking of miracles, Vera Masham regained consciousness this morning. I can only hope she's as glad as you are. It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken, sometimes a life is spared. You know what I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really.
Says a man who fell off a cliff and got hit by a car.
As long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story, for now anyway. Still got a long way to go, and this power mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope for now. We'd lost... great, I can't read quick enough. Yeah, I think I'll keep this lawyering thing for a while. Oops, training time, gotta go. Cords of steel, here comes justice. Objection! Yeah, because it has to end with a... It has to end with a, objection scream. I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big brother. Big little brother. Oh, and don't worry about Troop Grimare. Trissy's on the case. Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy. Trusty Grimare, frankly, I got my doubts, but Hat Grimare, that'll pack a punch. I'll pack him in. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. Gaviniers are breaking up. News caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. You're the real stars now. Look forward to our next jam session. Well, you did lose one member. And it turned out the lead singer's brother was a psychopath or a sociopath. One of the two. I can't tell the difference. I'm not a psychologist. Why are you back in the hospital? Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted out and I've got a lot of time on my hands, maybe I'll take lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. Oh, you do. Damn it, I no longer have fries to shove in face. So I was standing around eating snackers the other day. I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden and you could augment the crunch better? Yeah, power science, although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Ah, her. In the unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast at Borscht Bowl Club, the only thing colder than restaurants is borscht. Duh, but if greater challenge is being required, then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. Oh no. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its eastern roots. Yo boss, culture time. This is how we write root, capiche? But we're still giving back to the people. Yo boss, PR time. And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Walkie's paying any attention. Whoa, kids. I think my being sick actually helped with doing her voice. Bizoi, Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago. Man, you want to make it today, you gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? That's why I made this, the OG cracker for real. I know it don't look like no cracker. You want me to call it an OG muffin? I hope I read that well enough. Y'all can pause and see this. I cannot. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. Yeah, ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. Got a new one, too. See, this time I just put one big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend Eldun's noodles is about the salt? Salt forever! The hell is wrong with you? Bad Eldun. No. Why him? We don't need to know what's up with him. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adoration in the department. See, they used to call me Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Sick's hands. But no longer I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting, yes, curiously named, sees a sickness And I am the cure. Oh, that's not why they call you that, pervert. Ah. Oh boy. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. The light has returned to my life and with it joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained treasure, in fact. I think I will write them in my next song. I'm guessing next is... Oh. Brusha. Rochelle will be here back with another beat interview. How do I feel about it? How things turned out? No scoop. Yep, but journalist confidence is in mint condition. End quote. Get out of Kristoff's cell before it's too late. I think Rochelle's dead. I decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the outside world, but I know there are good people out there now. I've met them. The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you. Aww. Cute. The siblings and the puppet of one of the siblings. Yay! Nice! Well. You know what? I'm gonna press yes just to see what happens, but we're not actually starting. Is it? It's trying to start, isn't it? It's immediately... Okay, no. No. We're not doing that yet. I'm just seeing... Oh. Yep, it's starting. Okay, no. Okay. Nope, we're not doing that. Nope. Because we're going right. Nope. I keep pressing a button and the system's got... Nope, we're not doing Turnabout Countdown yet. We're not doing Dual Destinies tutorial today. No. No. Whoopsie, we've closed it. Because that's the only thing I can do. I had to clear that off. But yeah, no. Ugh. Like I said before, we're going to take a bit of a break from the Ace Attorney series for a little bit. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to come back and we'll do Dual Destinies next. In fact, the order I'm gonna do them in. Like, with Dual Destinies, I already have a plan. Before the final case occurs, we're doing the special episode with the fucking whale. Actually, no, it's not a whale. It's a dolphin. That kills whales.
Orca are monsters.
But we'll bring that up when it gets to that point again. That is gonna do it for this episode, fellow dragons. I have a lot of editing to do for this series before it can get uploaded. I have to go back to case 2 and put a whole bunch of Maractus on the fucking clinic. On the clinic name. Yeah. Just gonna shove the outright Pokemon over the name. I have things to edit together and edit out too, but yeah, that's gonna do it. I don't know what's going to be the next thing that gets uploaded in the visual novel spot, because it's not gonna be visual novels for a bit. It's gonna be a brief break from the visual novels, and we're gonna do something else. Don't know what. It all kind of depends on when this gets uploaded. I'll figure something out. You'll know. The schedule will be in the Discord. You know what? Screw it. Final Fantasy VI. Because I already have some of that recorded anyway. Might as well, right? I have a Switch to update. Bye, fellow dragons!